Hey Dad, hey Greg, hey y'all. Welcome back to Wrench It, Wheel It. Well, best laid plans for this week didn't happen. I did not make it out into the shop again. A lot of early mornings and late nights with, an hour drive there and over an hour and a half back home. So didn't get to get out here and get finished welding on the inside of this. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Get out here, get the inside, the kick panel, get that welded in, get all the hidden places in there. Still got one or two welds back here that I need to make, so I'll go ahead and get those things done. Try and get this thing, get it that far. We'll see what I can do about trying to get this back in there. Putting it back in. I think I tried to kind of test fit it before I welded stuff in the last week, and looked like it fit pretty good. So we'll see what I can get done with that. See if I can get all this done today. Maybe another short video. Just been the past couple weeks have just been difficult to get videos out, but I want to keep posting and I want to keep doing work, and this really does get me motivated to come out here and do work on the car. And I hope y'all are enjoying it. I do appreciate your comments. Got a couple of comments this week, but I do appreciate those. So we'll go ahead and get started, see what we can get done, see if we can't get a little further along. Thanks, guys. I gotta set up a fan. Too much smoke. Well, there's that part welded in. Welds are looking better. No, they're still not perfect, but they're not terrible. They are cleaning up pretty well, or at least I think they are. This is not an easy place to get to. Those two are not my favorite ones, so let me back up from those a little bit. Don't look at those. But those aren't too bad. They will hold. So everything is good and welded in here. Now I have to try and get in here and weld those little boogers. I've been trying to hit them with a hammer a little bit, so that's what that red stuff is off the hammer, the handle of my hammer. That one up there, I don't believe it was a spot weld. When I took the other one out, I drilled it because it had a little dimple or something in it. but I'll probably end up trying just to weld the edge of it onto the rocker there, because that is the rocker there, and see what we can get done with that. These right here I won't weld yet, because once I replace the toe panel, or the toe board, whatever you want to call it, when I replace that, then I'll put all that back in, weld it in, because there is a flap down there underneath that underneath this part here that goes down and covers the end of the rocker panel, and it attaches to the toe board there. So I'll replace all that before I weld that piece in there. The old one didn't have a hole there, but I figured I'd put an extra one on there. I think this piece only had 2 in it, but I'll put 3 on that just to make sure it holds good. Well, here's everything all welded up. I'm not going to say I'm extremely proud of the way they look, but you cannot see when you get your welding lead down in there and start trying to weld. You can't see anything. So while they're not beautiful, I'm pretty sure, well, I'm pretty confident that those are good. That over there, that was just basically to tack that down. That's not I don't think that's structural at all. These back 2, I just did the best I could. You can't get your head in there to see, and with my welding shield, I couldn't get back in there to see anything. I could barely fit my head back there to even look at it, to you know, just see where they were. So I actually used my phone to try and weld them, and so I had to hit it a little bit and take a picture of it just to see if there was anything I missed, and there were a couple of times where I did miss something, so I had to kind of go back in there with the phone and the welding lead and try and get it all done. But that's what it looks like. That looks like a bunch of boogers piled on top of one another, but the holes are plugged up, and that's kind of really all I could do with that. So, but the rest of it, I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and at least get this tacked in. I'll see how far I can get with welding it in, but I at least wanted to get it tacked in place and see how far we can get. I got this welded in. Just got to do a little cleanup. Maybe have to fill a few holes or little places where I didn't get. I mean, it looks pretty good. I went ahead and I did my first round and ground those down, and then put another round on it. I think those look pretty good. This right here, I guess that's just the way replacement parts are. This lines up with this, with the edge of the rocker panel there. It looks like this piece should have come toward us a little bit before they welded it, because this has always been a little wider right here, but I don't know. I'll just have to knock this over and weld that in, because everything else is right where it's supposed to be, but replacement parts, they never fit like originals. So we'll see how this goes together, but I will end up knocking that over, but I think everything else looks all right. Well guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I've got about 2.5 hours of editing to do to get this video out, and it's almost 8 o'clock, so got a little bit of stuff done. Got this piece welded back in, got inside here, got that rocker panel all welded in down in here, and ended up getting a couple of places back there welded. So pretty much, I believe the rocker panel is fully in, so we're in good shape with that. I may do a little bit of touch up here and there, grinding, making things ease in a little bit better, but I don't want to take too much of it out, because I don't want to weaken those welds any, since this is the major structural part of the car. So hopefully next video I will get to put this back in, finish up some of this welding here, get everything buttoned up, put back together. May get started on that other rocker panel over there, and we'll just see what happens. I know some of this stuff isn't all that exciting, watching me weld and trying to get into places, but I was pretty limited on time this week, so I wanted to make sure I got something out for y'all to watch. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, hit that like, hit that subscribe down below, and we'll see you next week. Thanks everybody. God bless.